Let's look at this story now, talking about pump prices of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, may rise above 1,000 naira per litre in filling stations as the cost of the commodity in some private depots has increased to between 920 and 950 naira per litre. So if they're buying at 920, 950, how much do you expect them to sell? This comes as protesters hit the streets of Abuja on Monday, demanding the immediate dismissal of the group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, that's Mele Kyari, over the lingering fuel scarcity in the country. It was gathered that the NNPCL had informed oil marketers about the financial strain regarding the importation of petrol. We took that story here, where they were complaining about how they have to subsidize petrol to resell. This raised concerns among dealers who expressed worry over the possibility of a halt in the importation of petrol by NNPCL. Now, NNPC spokesperson Olufemi Sonoye had earlier declared that the National Oil Company was facing financial strain. NNPC is the sole importer of PMS into Nigeria, and they are shouldering the commodities, the subsidy on the commodities running into several trillions of naira. Now, marketers said that officials from the oil company had informed petrol dealers of the development, stressing that this may further lead to a hike in the pump prices of petrol in the coming weeks. Now, only NNPC Trading imports petrol, and they have come out frankly to inform marketers that they can no longer sustain it, which means that they are subsidizing the product all this while. The National Publicity Secretary, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ukadike Chinedu, made this statement. And of course, the cost of petrol at the pumps may rise further in the coming weeks, because up till now, we're not getting enough products. This story highlights a lot of the problems that are currently facing the petroleum industry, especially when you look at the price of fuel. From the reason, talking about IPMAN statements, talking about NNPC statements, talking about the subsidy that has been on, and then the financial strain it is having on NNPC. I'd like to bring you in on this story first, Orochi.
I've said it here before, and I'll still say it again until Mele Kyari is fired. We don't know exactly what is happening in the petroleum and sector in this country. And not only him, all the directors should be changed. And let's bring a new brain that can see exactly what is happening in the oil and gas sector in Nigeria. Because when you, just like we have our former CBN governor, all the policies, I was surprised yesterday, I saw one old 200 naira note. I was laughing, saying there was a time in this country where we cannot see this currency. But when policies change, when we look at it critically, and Nigeria say, no, we can't just abandon this. And that has also changed a lot of things for all of us. We know how we suffered then, because the head have said this policy will work. It has wrong it, and it didn't work. So the policies, the methodology is applying importations of PMS into this country. Though we are not talking about DPK, kerosene. We are not talking about that. We don't talk about DPK any longer. And we are talking about gas. We are talking about a lot of things. I would have advised that they encourage the modular refineries that we have been talking about in the Niger Delta region. That if they can encourage the modular refineries and ensure they divert some of these their energies, invest into it, ensure that it works, ensure that the proper regulation guiding this had been regularize it, and ensure that people see needs of coming into the modular refineries at the night. Most of our communities in the Niger Delta. I think that will also be a plus in the oil and gas sector. Let them fire all those that cannot deliver. I don't know the chain that is the federal government or the chain themselves. They can voluntarily resign. We saw some service chiefs tendering their resignations.
You don't expect someone who is probably comfortable in a position to voluntarily resign?
There are ways that even those that voluntarily resign, they respect their office so much and respect them as an individual.
But
government will tell you to resign.
It is all
Let it not be that you were fired.
Do you understand?
And I'm advising the government to do that immediately so that Nigeria will not be suffering.
If we want something to be done about it, then we have to do something. But just expecting him to just get up and resign. Do you know how long Melekari has been there? We have been having all of these issues, and yes, Melekari has not one day said he wants to resign.
Government should think inward. That is the first step. Second steps, we have a lot of graduates, lot of people. The other day they were employing people to work in their sector, employing a lot of Nigerians. I don't know whether the process has ended. However, these are young people that need to change this country.
To work where? In the refineries?
No, not only the refineries. Which refineries if anybody works?
But people are working.
And that is what they are saying. What are you working when you are not refining for Nigerians? Okay, what are you working? Every day we're talking about refineries. We are not, I'm not there for today for talking about Nigerian refineries because we were told several times that it is going to work so time, and they continue. And during the regime of Melekari, we start hearing all this again. Our son, our brother, our father, who is the Minister of State for Petroleum, I hardly hear from him. He's my brother from Bayelsa State. I hardly hear from him upon all the cry of Nigerians. He has not said anything. These are people, these are critical stakeholders that need to come in. Okay, you are telling us that we are aware that we even hit 1,500, but Nigerians know how to manage poverty. We manage everything. We know how to manage, but it's enough for Nigerians to say, who are the people making us pass through this hardship? And I think if Melekari, I've said it several times, not only here, he should be fired first. All the directors should be fired. They should be placed on compulsory retirement. And let us see whether things will not work.
All right. Is Melekari the problem, or is it the system?
When we talk about the system is about human beings. No system works without human factors working hard to make sure the policies that will rejig the policies are implemented. Sorry, like you've said, Melekari stadia is overdue. Like I said somewhere that Nigerians are not civilized. It's like I am going against I'm against humanity. But in a system that people are conscious, people are enlightened, what is happening in Nigeria will not happen. See, we don't even need anybody. That I said that we are a country of pretenders. We don't need anybody to tell us we are hungry, to tell us we cannot wear shoe, to tell us we cannot have shelter. All of the needs of man is food. As we're discussing today, Nigerians don't have access to food. Does it mean that food is scarce? No. Food is not scarce in Nigeria. Quite anywhere.
Food is not scarce.
What
is
scarce today is money. Inflation. Like I said before, can anybody feed on 5 naira in Nigeria? But I can feed on $5 in Nigeria. Quote me anywhere. So the system is about the people. When those in government and those of us outside government are pretending not to see how to work it out, tell me how it will work. We are so insincere that we claim we know God, but we are also working against the cycle of God's creation. Are you aware that God yesterday rain fell in Port Harcourt and beyond? If rain does not fall, the earth will not take seed and allow seed to germinate. Are you aware? So if Melekari is not productive, I have been to, even within the week, I have been to Port Harcourt refinery. People are still working there. What are they working for? What are they working on? Mr. President told us last year, 2023, that by the end of December 2023, Port Harcourt refinery should work. In a civil society, President should have resigned. But this president pronouncement is a law. So here we have people say, give us time, be patient. But they are not patient. They say, brace up. They are not bracing up. They are borrowing money, spreading on frivolities. See, Like you see, this morning, what woke me up was that the price of petrol, like I said, today we are not even talking about kerosene, like I said. Kerosene has gone into extinction. Refined kerosene. The kerosene you see today in our localities is kerosene produced by what you call fire.
Yes.
And government of Nigeria is intensifying effort day and night to stop what you call illegal bunkering of producing our locally made kerosene, diesel and petrol. It's a good one, but when you don't allow the one that you are fueled to work, tell me how you can also feed your people. But as we're discussing now, Nigeria is not refining. We are only producing crude. We few weeks ago we were told that they have sold our crude up front.
One would wonder,
I don't know how true it is.
One would wonder what exactly, like you have said, are being done in these refineries.
They are working. See, like I was
What
there.
are they working on? Is that something else that they're producing that we're not aware of?
Let me tell you something. As of before the end of last administration, we were told that they have used $1.5 billion. Go and check Google to put on Port Harcourt refineries. Now, what is the implication? It is not rocket science. It is their just maintenance culture that all of us are pretending, cutting away the money to build houses in Dubai, in Bahamas. We must be sincere until we are sincere. Let me tell you something. Our leaders are keep traveling.
So all of this, is it because of Mele Kyari?
Mele Kyari, I have not said that wrong thing. I said the system is not about the what we call the government, the people.
So if the people are changed, like he recommended changing Mele Kyari and other directors, would that solve the problem?
To me, I will say yes in a way. Let me come to it, like you just said. Who is the Minister of Petroleum? To my informed mind, though it's not written anywhere, it's Mr. President.
Yes.
There's no need to shy away from the truth. It's because N920 is not Minister of State. What we call a junior, in Nigeria we say junior minister. There are some things he cannot even express his opinion to the president. So it's like it's in a fix that he cannot say anything. President can decide today. That's what we see in Nigerian society. The voice of Mr. President is a policy that can change anything overnight. If the president says enough is enough, but who knows if the hand of the monkey is in that soup that will turn to a human's hand. Ordinarily, President Tinubu can change Nigeria overnight. Because if everything
Nigeria overnight,
on the issue
a
of
country that you can change overnight.
No. Sorry.
On the issue of what?
Sorry, my sister. The moment we get it right in the petrol sector, sorry, let's not abuse our sentiment. The moment we get it right in the petrol sector, whether upstream or downstream or offshore, onshore, all the laws of the regulation, the moment we get it right. Are you aware that as we're discussing this morning, we don't know how many cubits, how many barrels that Nigeria as a nation is producing? Navy has arrested people. Are you aware that this country, a small country, Saudi Arabia, is a small country compared to population. The upper quarter of Saudi Arabia is about 9 to 10 million barrels per day. A smaller country. I mean, in terms of population, and they have their own small refineries that are working for them. But Nigeria, OPEC gave Nigeria 1 point something to 2. But as we're discussing today, Nigeria is not producing on daily capacity. So we take our crude. So let me tell you what of the things we must do. First, because someone will say I will just analyze. One of the things to do in this country, federal government of Nigeria handling NNPC and NNPC handling our crude should not delay in the next 5 hours to make our refineries to work. That is how we can come out of the wood we are seeing today.
So something that has taken so long with projections and all of that, and it didn't happen, you expect the federal government to do it in 24 hours?
It can be done.
All right.
See, it is the hand of, see, like he just said.
Okay.
I believe in, you know, I'm privileged to be with the High Chief this morning. See, when the people, the agent of change in society is the people.
All right.
As we are today, the people are not conscious of what they are.
Thank you so much. So you believe that the federal government, if they take their stand, can make you work?
That is it.
Well, Royal Chief here says that they should actually take off, they should sack Melekari and all their directors, and those are the recommendations that my guests have given concerning that particular story and solving especially the fuel scarcity that we have in Nigeria.